What up, guys? We're live. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I feel like I need to restart this bitch because I came in with something else on my mind. We got myself here. We got BMO here. We got McKayla here. We got Trev here. We're redoing this bitch. We're getting this energy up in this motherfucker. What up, guys? Had a pretty interesting weekend. You guys have a good weekend? I feel like McKayla needs to just be part of this show now. I feel like I just want to address her as if she is here every week now.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool. I know.
Yeah. How'd you guys' weekend?
It was good. I had a good time. Went by too fast, though. Like always.
Yeah, 3-day weekend, 4th of July weekend. You guys didn't fucking get wild for 4th of July?
Yeah, we did.
Not really.
I mean, well, the 3rd, not the 4th.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, why did you guys celebrate on the 3rd? Just because that's the day everybody had off? Didn't have to go to work the next day?
Well, that's when they do Anderson Explodes, so... Yeah. That's when the fireworks are in Anderson.
Well, fuck Anderson. Fuck the fireworks.
It was my, sister-in-law's birthday.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Oh, really?
So it was her birthday party.
Okay, so it just kind of like worked.
It's kind of like an annual thing, too.
Yeah, it pretty much does it every year, yeah.
Just on the 3rd, just fucking...
Well, her birthday's the
actually
the 3rd.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah.
Well, that makes sense to... Why, fuck her, dude. Tell her to have it on the 4th. We don't just change it. Fuck your birthday. It's too close to the 4th.
But then you get to party on both days.
Oh.
The 3rd and then the 4th.
Oh, fucking shoot me. How? How could anybody party both days?
You just keep going, dude.
I have a hard time partying for like 2 hours.
I say party, but on the 4th, we literally sat around on Marissa's couch and watched Rick and Morty and played a drinking game to Rick and Morty.
Jesus Christ.
No, Michaela got drunk way too early in the day and fell asleep in the pool.
Jesus Christ. That sounds nice. That sounds nice, though. That does sound nice. Getting too hammered, falling asleep in the pool. Getting baked like a fucking lobster. That sounds nice. That sounds like a good time rather than hammered, shitty, drunk in the sun trying to play fucking throw the beanbag in the hole games. Fuck that game. Fuck being in the sun.
It's a good game.
That's a shitty game.
It's a good game.
I hate seeing people play the game. I'm over the game. I'm overseeing the game. I hate cornhole. Now there's cornhole tournaments. Nobody cares about the tournaments.
You just hate fun, dude.
I hate fun, dude. What about work? Let's get to fucking work in this bitch, dude. God damn it. Fuck this fun. Yeah. Saturday, me and Brooke got our first day away from Paxton. I say our first. It was our first real day. The entirety of the day was spent away from Paxton. We went, quote unquote, out of town. Realistically, we just went down to Sacramento. I'm sorry if I'm yelling in your ears, Trev. You don't have to turn me down too much. I'll probably stop yelling eventually. So we went down to Sacramento, Paxton stayed with Grandma all day. So me and Brooke had this idea of like, okay, let's pull out $1,000 and let's just have a whole day. Let's go and eat at beautiful restaurants and fucking shop and let's just go fucking crazy. Let's rent a nice rental car. Let's just have a fucking day to ourselves. And like we work our fucking asses off constantly. That's all we fucking do is work and sleep. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's like to be able to do that, not only are we fortunate enough to be able to do that, but I feel very lucky to be able to do that. But we also had a certain set of like, if we're going to do this, let's really like have a plan of what we're doing. So we're not wasting time because we don't have that much of that. So we're like, okay, well, let's rent a rental car and let's fuck in the rental car on the way down there. Like we used to do before we had a kid. And
on the way, did. Like while you're driving?
Oh no, I got head while I was driving and I didn't want that. But that's, like that. I'm sure you've given head. Have you ever given head while somebody was driving, while Steve was driving? Yes.
Yes.
Not to Steve, though. Steve's too lame for that?
No, he loves that.
Oh, he does. Okay. BMO, you've given head where you...
Yeah, every time.
Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah. To Steve as well?
To Steven as well, yeah.
No. To Steven as well? Okay.
No.
We kind of like tag team it, so like I slap him in.
Yeah. All right, you hop in the back. I'll hop in the passenger seat. Yeah, so I got ahead while I was driving. Didn't really want that. So, because what happens, so the reason why I don't like roadhead is because that's my signal. Okay, let's go. Like, we're on. It's go time. soon as I can find an abandoned road to pull over on, even if it's somebody's driveway, basically if I can find something that's gravel, I'm going to pull in it. Because in my eyes, if it's gravel, it's fair game. I don't care if the house is brand new, the driveway hasn't been put in yet, it's gravel. It's free game. You're in that bitch. You can fuck on gravel. Those are the rules. We pull off on the side of the freeway and I hop in the back of the rental. I'm like, oh, fuck, we got to like, remember, I taught you guys how to fuck in the back of a car. Can't really do that in a rental because what if you get it dirty? What if, I fucking...
You clean it?
Yeah, Windex.
Yeah, sure. But who's going to do that? What if I bust all over the back of the seat or something? So how to switch it up, how to switch up the positions, like if you're fucking on a couch. So I had to go on bottom, her on top, like a couch style, Do you want to show them?
No, I know you're talking.
Should we show them?
No, I'm good.
Would you want to sit right here and I'll climb on top of you?
No, all right.
No, why? Don't you want to have fun? Okay,
I'm get hard right now. I don't want blue walls.
So, we actually did. It actually wasn't a driveway. I found that out after the fact. I thought it was just like a little turn off on a side road off the freeway. It was a driveway, and it's like, oh, we need to probably get out of here because somebody's going to come home or try to leave, and well, we're going to be fucking naked in the back seat. That's pretty much it. There was nothing more to that story besides the fact that we had sex in the back seat, and I haven't done that since I was a teenager. How do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about sex in the back seat?
I love it. I love sex everywhere.
You love no,
I don't really care.
But sex everywhere is not always great.
Sex everywhere is the best part. If you have sex in your bed, that's boring. That's why, like, when I go places, I always try to fuck if I'm like with somebody.
Oh, this is right. We know about this. You told us about this.
I try to fuck everywhere.
So sex everywhere is awesome. So it doesn't matter where it is.
Where's the craziest place?
Right. That's the
Craziest
next
place.
question.
So I mean, like, so this is like say we do like hikes and shit, like top of Castle Craig's,
Right.
all the like waterfalls we've been to, just fucking in the trail when you get there, that type of thing. Obviously, I'm not like
at the top,
fucking in the middle of a town or something.
like when you
Yeah,
you finish,
the hike, you get up top, and then we fuck. Yeah.
So what is the
Just out in the
craziest
open?
place that you have
Kind
had
of,
sex?
sort of, yeah. Like, probably just that. It's not like crazy. It's just like when I go somewhere, I've got to have sex there.
You've never had sex
not like if
in
I'm
a
like
daring spot?
Like if I'm down in San Jose, like I fucked in like the hotel like pools and shit, but I'm not like going into like fucking Walgreens and fucking in aisle 9.
But
bro, I'm just trying to get my wipes here.
But that's not bad though. Like in a pool,
It's
like
just,
that's something to brag about.
I don't want to go somewhere and then like not do it. You know what I mean?
What about you, McKayla? Wildest spot, and don't give me, because I know Steve's gonna listen to this, and Steve's gonna be like, oh
No, he knows exactly what I'm about to say.
Oh, he does. Is
Yeah.
it with Steve?
Yeah, of course.
Give us an example with Steve and without Steve, because Steve's boring. Steve's fucking boring. He's such a if I didn't know Steve, I would be like, oh, you're the most conservative Christian I've ever met in my fucking life. But he's really not. He's really not. I'm just saying that, but like, he's boring. I know for sure. Not the craziest place you've had sex is not with Steven.
No,
I know
it
that.
definitely is.
I don't fucking believe it.
But
I don't believe it.
I mean, because it's because of me. I'm the one who initiates it.
Okay,
I'm like,
I believe that.
Yeah. So when we were in Puerto Vallarta 2 years ago, my parents were like on the shore, and Steven and I were just like swimming in the ocean, like right in front of them. And I was like, babe, let's have sex right now under the ocean. And we did.
That's fucking savage.
It took me a lot to get him to do it, but he did it. And my parents were like,
that's fucking
30 yards
savage.
away.
And like they could visibly see you. 100%.
Oh yeah. I mean, they didn't know. I mean, I don't know if they knew what we were doing.
So
but
you guys were just kind of chilling in the water. He was probably sitting down. You're just kind of hanging
like
on to his
standing
neck.
up, like
No shit.
yeah. It's
You
good.
sit down in the ocean, bro. You
Yeah.
fucking
Well,
drown.
if you're
It's a little deeper than
If you're
that.
touring, if you're not that deep, you can kind of like sit down and chill.
That's basically be on the beach.
Well, okay, yeah. You're right.
See, salt water, I don't know how different it is than
Yeah.
regular water, but fucking in water is low-key kind of complicated.
It's uncomfortable as fuck.
It's the worst.
So
Yeah,
it was more of like the experience, not necessarily like the fact that it was
more like the experience of just getting just annihilated by salt.
And so basically the only salt not going in your vagina wasn't just even semen.
Yeah, so just
everything in the oceans.
Yeah.
Salt, sand, you know, the little fish that swim inside your dick. You're fucking Steve.
No, I don't know if fish swim in your dick, but
Steve's
I know,
Steve's like, wow.
There is one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I don't know like what it is.
Steve's like, wow, I can't believe you're going in my ass. That's really weird. No, I'm actually not. I'm not touching your ass at all right now. Fuck.
Not me.
Like, dude, I'm way over here. What are you talking about?
So can you develop some sort of problems from that, from having sex in
like as a woman,
salt water,
or just anybody?
I guess a woman or a male. Yeah, I
mean
men have a fucking solid lead pipe on the outside of their body. They're not getting any fucking diseases.
I mean, probably.
Oh, I guarantee it. What do you mean? You fucking nothing in air and you can get shit from it. So.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, like women's vaginas are super sensitive to like everything. So,
is there an argument that we should sew them up?
No, just make sure you piss when you're finished, dude.
Yeah,
No,
just pee after you're done.
Is there an argument that we should sew them up? Because they're not. It's not like they have a lead pipe like us.
No,
like,
we shouldn't sew them up.
Hey, like me and you.
Yeah, but
but
I don't need more lead pipe. I need more.
I don't fucking. I got a lead pipe. I could shit on my dick. Who cares? I'm fine. It doesn't matter. Women step the wrong way,
No,
and
you
all
can
of a
get
sudden,
shit in your fucking pee hole.
Yeah,
Oh, for
like,
sure.
sex-wise?
no,
Yeah.
dude, no, you cannot.
You've never had a UTI before?
Hey, you're talking about fucking men here, dude.
Bro, I don't know.
This is a fucking lead pipe.
You ever stuck in somebody's butt without a condom on and got poo in your pee hole?
Yeah, and my dick laughed. It's like, you fucking wish this was all it took.
Yeah, right, dude.
I would definitely
Sew
think
the hatchet wound up 2021, dude. No.
I need that.
Dude,
I need that, he said.
let's stick to strictly gay sex.
Nah, bro.
Why are you calling it gay sex?
Because we're going to get rid of women altogether.
Oh, okay.
Period. Let's get rid of them.
Great.
McKayla, I'm sorry.
So the end of humanity is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. This is it. If you want to
No more people.
If you want to solve overpopulation,
You're not just solving it, you're ending the population.
Not only are you getting rid of a large amount of the population, but you're getting rid of any potential to have any more children. You're welcome.
No.
You're welcome. I got
No,
it.
that's
You're
Brandon's
welcome, Brandon.
dream.
You're welcome, McKayla. You're welcome, Trevor.
We already went over
I
this.
got it.
We can solve it without not allowing
Mass
me
genocide?
to fuck, you know?
So you're saying we don't need mass genocide to solve it? I think
He
you're
doesn't
wrong.
know what that word means.
I think you're
No,
wrong.
You
we
used a
do.
big
I've
word.
stated this multiple times. We do, but not by closing vaginas.
No, you're wrong.
You're fucking wrong.
Okay.
Dude, the roadhead thing real quick, though. You know why it always sucked for me? Because, like, it was obviously, like, a thing in, like, our teen years to do. So I always drove a manual. How fucking complicated that shit was.
Yeah.
Trying to share the fucking bitch on my arm. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck. Oh,
Yeah.
all right, we're hitting this wall.
I remember going down to San Francisco in my Mustang, 5-speed Mustang, and Brooke giving me roadhead. It's all cool when you're on the freeway until you hit traffic. Because I'm like, oh, hold on. And she's got to stop, kind of like move out of the way or whatever. All right, we're good. We're going again. Stop again. By like the third stop, it's like, okay, all right, we're done. We're fucking done. This is it. We're not doing it anymore. Which ruins my time. I got to sit in traffic. My foot's on fucking fire from the clutch.
That's why I just ride passenger and make them suck my dick.
Ooh. Have you ever wanted to have sex while driving? Have you ever been getting head, been so turned on, there's nowhere to pull off, and you're like, why couldn't she just sit on me right now? I can still see.
No, not really.
You've never thought about that? I've thought about that every time. There's never been I've never even drove a car without not thinking that.
That's like distracted
I'll be on my way
driving,
to
dude.
work.
It's like distracted sex. You don't drive distracted. You don't fuck distracted either.
Oh, no, you do both.
No, you
do
don't.
two things at once. You're shitty at both. You're equally shitty at both.
You mean like having sex while you're driving?
I mean, like, literally
Damn.
steering wheel on top, she's kind of like over here a little bit so I can kind of see. But on the freeway, what if a cop pulls up next to you?
What kind of multitasking shit you talking about?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
How the fuck do you do that?
I've thought about it many times. I've never actually done it, but I've thought about it.
I'd
Nobody
love to-
else has thought about this?
I just don't think it'd be like good. I don't think the driving would be good.
I feel like, yeah, you'd just be
The
too
sex wouldn't be good.
distracted with the driving.
Let's take
to
driving
enjoy
out of
it.
it and just say you're distracted by something while having sex. It sucks. The sex sucks at that point when you're distracted, right?
Right.
Like a dog comes in the room and then you're like still trying to fuck, but you're like, oh shit, this is weird.
Trying
There's
to
a dog.
kick your fucking dog at
Yeah.
the same time. Yeah.
Unless you're Steven and you need more distractions.
Or unless you're Steve.
I'm
Unless
like,
you're
think
Steve.
about your grandma, Steve. Think about your grandma.
What the fuck? Oh, wait. Wait a second.
Whatever it takes, okay?
Oh,
Whatever it
man.
takes.
Whatever it takes. Steve, you motherfucker.
Think
do
about
it.
your grandma. He's like, oh, cubby.
No, I can't think about it. That makes me come harder. Steve, take a fucking blue chew. How would you feel if I introduced you on this podcast as McKayla Sheps? Because technically you are McKayla Sheps.
It's
No.
too soon.
No,
It's
it's
not
too
official
soon.
yet. It's not official
No,
yet.
fuck that shit. It is. And okay, let me break this down to you because for women it might not be official, but from a male's point of view, BMO, Trev, you can probably relate to this as well, is the second that we ask you to marry us, that's it. That's all. You're our wives. No other thoughts going through our heads anymore. There's not a what if, maybe, let's give this a couple years just in case. Nope. This is it for us.
Right.
Because it takes us so long to get to that decision and to go get the ring and to go through with this, understanding that we're about to drop serious fucking money, not only on 2 fucking rings or a set,
Right.
but also a fucking wedding. That's the only reason that me and Brooke, I haven't asked Brooke to marry me yet. I know
Weddings
what
are
comes with that.
Fucking expensive.
And for somebody like me, how the fuck am I going to plan a wedding? I can't even fucking eat twice a day.
I think Brooke's the one who's supposed to plan the wedding.
Come on. Come on. I'm not just going to stand by and hope that it's done correctly.
She might as well just ask fucking
Yeah.
you to marry her, dude.
Right.
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 That's not the response.
If she proposed to you, would you say yes? Would you
fuck.
accept that proposal?
Okay, so where's it at? Is
Where's
it
it at?
private? If it's private, then we can just say that
Oh,
I
you have
did it.
specifications.
Oh,
If it's-
yo, you don't want to be embarrassed?
If it's
you don't want to look
private-
like a bitch?
Fuck no.
Get a big
Why
old
else?
diamond ring put on your finger in front of people?
That's the only reason that it's unacceptable for women to ask a male to marry them, right? It's because
What do you
it's
mean?
embarrassing as fuck.
I don't know. I think that males just want that role.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. I don't really care.
I think a woman should be able to ask. I honestly would probably fucking prefer it. Because it lets me... Women are fucking confusing. So it's...
We are so the opposite of confusing.
So confusing. So basically, it's like, you just tell me that you're ready, and then so I don't really give a fuck. If I'm in love with
Literally,
you, then let me know.
See, for
But I'm
Brooke,
not going to ask and be like, but I don't know.
what were you going to say, McKayla?
literally, fuck us, buy us food, call us beautiful. That's it. That's
But-
literally all it takes.
But that is that okay? Maybe surface level, yes, because it's a good argument that you make in here. So it's a good argument because I don't think it's the correct argument.
When you guys admit that
Even
you're
though you're a
wrong,
woman and I'm trying to tell you how
then,
you feel.
then
But
we're good.
What do you mean?
When you're fucking wrong, just admit that you're wrong, and then we could move on. Women don't do that.
Yeah, have you been with women who don't accept that they're wrong?
Every single one of them.
Really?
Every single fucking one
I
of
mean, actually,
Okay, before we move on to that, hold that real quick. Let's segue into that by what McKayla said, though, because I can't sit here and tell you how it is to be a woman. I'm not a woman. So if you say that is
Right.
what it is, then that is obviously what it is. If you have a good head on your shoulders, I think. If you come from a good home, you have a good head on your shoulders, you have your shit together, you know what you want in life, your mental health is together, you're not fucking all over the place and unbalanced.
yeah.
I think you're probably right, and that is what it is.
But you
because-
just described a person that's completely opposite of who I am.
Exactly. And that's what I was saying. That's why I'm saying I think for somebody like you, it's easy for you to be like, yeah, no, like this is what makes me happy.
Yeah, I guess.
And maybe for fuck ups like me and Brandon, since we're not good guys like Steve, fuck ups like me and Brandon and Trev, we might come across girls that maybe aren't so put together. So maybe that's
no.
why.
What I was saying is, like the fucked up life, the fucked up mental health.
Yeah.
That is me.
Oh.
That's what I was saying. Like, you just described who I am.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
So I'm saying, like, that's my opinion. I think that if you feed me, have sex with me, tell me I'm beautiful, that's really all I need.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit there and complain about stuff, but just listen. A lot of girls, like, when they complain about stuff, they don't want you to fix it. They just want you to listen to them.
That's true.
But men have this, like, mentality that they have to fix women or fix their wives or fix their girlfriends. They have to be like the hero of the situation, but really we just want you to shut up and listen. Yeah.
I can see that. I think, what do you think about that, Bimo?
I agree, but it's also way more complicated than that.
No, it is.
Because you listen and then they go, fuck you. You don't say anything. You're like, well, what the fuck?
Ultimately, that's what I was saying was like, yes, it is more complicated than that, but I can't really say that because I am not a woman and you are saying this is what it is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, but...
I mean, that's what it really boils down to.
Yeah,
Obviously, you're going to go through like certain arguments and stuff that's going to like bring out other factors, but most of the time, if you do those things, it keeps her happy.
Definitely. So basically what you're saying, I think, ultimately, communication is like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Basically, like, just communicate with me, even if that entails you just fucking listening.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to talk over to me and being like, oh, well, this is why I did it. Oh, I'm terrible about this. That's what I do. That's my thing. I can't help it because that stems from my own shit, stems from my own trauma, which I'm sure it does for other people like Brandon, and when he was younger, wanting to control relationships and have the control within relationships, that stems from trauma or childhood or just like something that happened early on that he carried in, and he had to recognize like, oh, this isn't good. Like, this isn't healthy. I can't really do this anymore. So where was I going with that? What were we talking about?
I have no clue.
I don't either.
But I had something else to say to what you were saying about how girls don't admit they're wrong. That is a true fact. Because I've been in that situation, and most of my life, I did not say sorry, and I did not accept that I was wrong. And unfortunately, that happens a lot, and then men become the yes man, and then that's not a relationship.
Right.
When the woman is always right, and the man just ends up accepting that.
Because it's easier.
Then it becomes a one-sided relationship. That's why we have divorces, because the man's not necessarily happy. He's just following orders. At that point, it becomes... I know that because that's how my parents have a relationship.
Like you said, like I've been there, like where they would do something wrong. It's not really that they're not admitting that they're wrong, but they know they're in the wrong, but won't basically take like responsibility for it.
Right.
And then try to put it on me somehow.
A lot of times, like women, we get into an argument and... Like, we internally know we're wrong at a certain point. Like, we're like, oh, fuck, he's right. But we're so committed to the fight that we don't want to admit we're wrong.
So, let me ask you something.
That's a terrible fucking trait to have,
It
though.
really is. No, it's terrible.
It is, but McKayla, that's good that you're honest enough and that you have enough self-awareness to recognize that. Now, I will tell you something from men's point of view. We do the same thing. Almost always we're like, fuck, okay, yeah, I see what went wrong here, but I need her to understand where I was coming from when I said what I said or I did what I did, so I have to keep going until she understands, at least for me.
Right.
But let me ask you something. From my perspective, from my point of view, when that's happening in a relationship and there's a disconnect in communication, meaning, like you're saying, somebody is wrong, can't admit they're wrong, especially if you're both like that. Mm-hmm. You both are aware of it, but can't change it. Do you think that is immature? Do you think that's a form of immaturity?
Definitely, yeah.
Like, especially because intimately, like, with a partner... Maturity is how you build a healthy relationship. Mm-hmm. That's something that I have only understood because of like just fucking growing
Right.
and maturing within myself and my relationship. And as I've gotten older, I'm like, oh, okay, like I see this for what it is, and this is just immaturity. Same goes for like pushing your shit onto somebody else.
Yeah.
That's something that me and Brooke struggle with. Me pushing my own insecurity onto her,
Right.
and her doing that to me.
Mm-hmm.
And like an example would be like her, thinking I'm doing something I'm not and getting upset at me for it. And I'm like, whoa, hold on. That's not what's happening here at all. You just pushed your thing onto me and you're mad at me about it. And I don't deserve this. And she's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You're totally right.
It's definitely a maturity thing because, I mean, me and my past relationships, that's a whole different story. But Steven, with his ex-girlfriends, he would, they would complain about something and he would be like, well, fuck you, because I'm right, kind of thing.
Right,
like, he
right.
could care less.
Right.
But with me, he is fine to admit he's wrong. And we both, and in the beginning, I was the one who, like, flat out was so stubborn, could not admit I was
Really?
wrong. Because it was kind of and I've always been that way, but it's kind of embarrassing to admit you're wrong, obviously. And so
Definitely.
he taught me how to be more mature about that situation. So now, like, most of the time we both are like, okay, well, we were both in the wrong.
Definitely. No,
And just come to a mutual agreement.
that is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Is that why we don't want to admit that we're wrong?
Yeah, because you committed so much and you had this strong opinion about something. And then they prove you wrong, and then you don't want to admit that.
Ultimately, it's pride, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's a pride thing. We don't want to admit that we're wrong because of the pride deal. For me, it's different. For me, it's more like I want to admit that I'm wrong if that's what it takes for us to get into this little argument that we're about to have, so we can communicate and we can get through this as quickly as fucking possible, because I hate this.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like I was saying, stems from how I grew up, fixing things, and but there was so much turmoil in my household and so much anger and violence all the time that anything I could do to make the situation better, I would do it, no matter what.
Right.
So I carried that with me, and it's something I work on because it's a good trait to have until it's not. So I work on that now, but that's where that stems from for me, is like, oh, I need to fucking say I'm sorry,
Resolve
do
it.
whatever. Let's get this ball
fix it,
rolling,
yeah.
because this is a waste of fucking time here.
Right.
Facts.
Facts.
Yeah.
Let's get into some fucking current events, guys.
No.
You guys down with that? You
Sure.
with that? Say no. Say no if you're not.
Hell no. No, I'm just kidding. What do we got?
So, judge orders the release of a Wisconsin woman in a Slender Man case. I don't know if you guys remember this. This was from a few years back.
Slender Man, the fucking scary cartoon guy?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
so back in 2017, this young girl, this young woman.
I actually don't know, like, what Slender Man is. I just know it's like a scary video game.
Can you pull up Slender Man for
You
us,
know what it
Trev?
is?
I don't think so.
Some dude
No,
who lurks in the woods
I
and shit.
believe.
I feel like I've listened to like the scary podcast about it, but I don't remember.
He just wears a tuxedo and just walks.
I believe he's
That's
like
it.
really fucking tall, like 10 foot
Slender?
tall.
Slender and tall.
Slender and tall. Yes. Oh, that's so creepy. Go to that one right there. Go to that one right there. Oh, that's so creepy. That's so creepy. That's so creepy.
Which one?
Right here, Trev.
The one that's like
Sorry.
the same 8 pictures.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. I want to fucking blow a load all over that dude's face.
He's like 12 foot tall.
Yeah, I'll climb up there. I'll scale that bitch. I will scale him, dick hard and everything. I'll use my dick as a snow pick.
Do you,
know what I
think
mean?
if you're that big, everybody just assumes your dick's huge?
Fuck no.
Absolutely.
This is an
Really?
argument. This is an
Oh,
argument.
yeah.
Hold on, before we talk about this Slender Man shit. For the camera here. Where's my camera? Where's my camera? Do men over 6'5" have small dicks? Let me hear it.
I don't
Are
even
you
like, know
asking?
anybody
Because
like,
I
over
don't know
6'5".
anybody over 6'5".
Yeah.
Well,
Nor have I seen
just pretend you do. Who
Their
cares?
dick.
Yes.
Just pretend you do.
What?
Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor, you should
Trevor,
know,
you have a
right?
mic.
You're looking at me like I was supposed to say yes, so I don't
Trevor,
know.
is your mic hooked up?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't say no. I thought it wasn't.
I'm just saying, if you're,
Hi, Trevor.
for the females out there too, don't judge somebody's fucking dick size off of their body shape, alright?
I'll tell you right now, the dudes with the biggest fucking dicks, and I swear to God, I'm not joking. This is no like This is no bullshit. Women, if you are wondering,
Black guys.
besides black dudes, besides everybody knows black dudes, no matter the body type, besides fat black dudes, besides black dudes, the dudes with the biggest dicks, skinny white dudes like me and Brandon. That's a fact. It's a fact. Ask anybody you fucking know. I promise. Ask any woman you know. McKayla? The biggest dicks you've ever seen. Skinny white dudes?
You act like I've seen a bunch
I don't
of
know.
dicks.
The couple you've seen. Okay. You have a gauge for the couple you've seen.
I've seen, Steven has the largest.
Okay.
So.
Hey.
I mean, he's a skinny white dude.
Hey, and obviously me and Brandon are going to agree because, well, we're skinny white dudes.
I don't agree. It's not like my dick's like huge or big or anything.
No, but it is
Don't
bigger.
be modest.
Huh?
So don't be modest.
It's just not small. I've had people be like, "Oh, Will, you got a small dick. You're a small dude." I'm like, what?
Okay, let me ask you this. Have you ever
Bitch.
had...
Come here.
I would definitely assume that, though.
Have you
Yeah, but they
ever...
fucking would.
Have you ever had a woman after sex genuinely, legitimately, honestly tell you your dick is big? You have a big dick. You can't be that rough or this or that.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Yeah.
No, he's
Okay.
asking me.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I thought you would like. Were you actually asking me? Yeah, that's happened before.
Of course. That's what I'm saying. So not just because I am part of that class, but because I truly believe, besides black dudes, skinny white dudes have the biggest dicks. Let us fucking know, bitches. All right, back to Slender Man. I really wanted to fucking ask that for a clip because I'm going to put that fucking out because it was a legitimate question.
I've definitely had a guy ask me if I was disappointed with the size of his dick, like during sex.
Jesus Christ. What an insecure
And I
motherfucker.
definitely was, though.
Oh my
Definitely
God.
I've literally had people tell me before, like after we had hooked up, saying like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna have a little ass dick."
Really?
And I'm like, "Why would you assume that?"
Because you're just like a smaller guy.
Really? That's so weird though.
I'm like, fuck you! I thought you were gonna have a loose pussy.
if anything though, the reason why I think skinny white dudes have a bigger dick than the majority is because we are skinny. So there is no fat. There's no
I was
fat
saying it's not
anywhere.
bigger. It's just I got little ass thighs, so my dick looks bigger.
It just looks bigger, like shaving adds an inch. That sort of deal, You ever heard that saying?
Yeah, I've heard that saying.
And so I think that's probably more what it is. That's why fat dudes fucking on average probably have the same size dicks or maybe even bigger. Just doesn't look like it. But
Charles, like, what are you
anyways.
talking about? I'm hung.
Just like, oh, hey, I'm sitting right here. But yeah, but Charles not really fat though. Not at all. Like he's a big dude. I would never look at Trev and think that motherfucker's fat. Never. Period.
I mean, back in high school, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So,
So I
but
mean,
then,
like, goddamn, I was
yeah,
huge.
that's a long time ago though. That doesn't even count. Anyways, I don't know how we just got on this fucking
You
dick
said
talk.
you were gonna climb the Slenderman's face
Going
and
for me?
fucking.
Did I say I was gonna
Yeah,
fuck him?
that's how we got on this.
I can't believe I said I was gonna fuck the Slenderman.
You said you were gonna climb his ass with your ice pick of a dick.
That's crazy. I would never say
right
that.
here,
No, we
this
got on talk
picture.
because I said, does it look like when people see somebody that huge, do you assume he has a
Oh,
big
yeah,
cock?
thank
yeah.
God it was Brandon. It wasn't me.
Because when I see this motherfucker, I'm like, bro, he's got like 3 legs.
There's no way that he's got a
That's
big
definitely
dick.
what women assume, though.
Is that why he walks so fast?
That what?
That like big, tall, large people have bigger dicks. I mean, that's what I assume.
I think they probably do. To be honest, I mean, put aside the bit on the podcast here. They probably do. But who's to say? I'm not tall. So this dude is though, and this dude probably has at least 8 inches, arguably, and this is 8 inches for you wondering. That's a bad joke. I'm sorry, Brandon. You could fucking hit me. Brandon's gonna hit me for that after podcast.
I didn't even hear you say it. Sorry.
So, Anissa Wire, 19, was sentenced to 25 years at the Winnebago Mental Health Institute in December 2017. She argued in a petition for conditional release that she's no longer a threat to anybody. Can you pull up somewhere in this article, Trev, will probably be exactly what she did.
It said up there stabbing of
so
somebody.
Slenderman like has this bitch
Okay, so-
stab people and kill people and
Yes.
shit. Oh, okay,
yes.
yeah.
So I believe Slenderman
Nobody's ever actually seen the motherfucker though, right?
like lures kids, right? Trev, before I get this wrong and sound like an idiot, and I apologize on the podcast for saying that an IUD is inserted in a fucking arm. I know I'm an idiot, guys. I know it goes inside of a pussy and not a fucking arm. Brandon,
No,
why'd you let me get away with that, dog?
More
I think
specifically.
I initiated it, and I was like,
He was like, "Why
I
did
know
she just
it's
take it
more than
out?"
the one in the arm is what I was thinking, but then you said the one in the arm, and I was like,
Brandon's like, yeah, I'm an idiot
But I was
too.
like,
I'll
I
just
know
go with
people
it.
who had those
And-
and like got them taken out when we were together. So I'm confused.
Yeah, and Brooke
We literally
heard
just went
that.
to the doctor.
I was dying.
Michaela messaged me literally as I was on the road
Was it the Britney Spears thing?
leaving,
Yeah.
and
Oh my
and
I was gonna correct you, but I was like, "No, we let this one ride."
and Michaela messaged. She's like, "Yeah, you're a fucking moron." And Brooke heard it on the podcast. She's like, "You're a fucking moron." It's like, "Yeah,
And you
I'm a
guys
moron. I'm
left
sorry."
out like the most important thing with her. She's 2 boys.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't do that shit, she doesn't get to see her kids. You guys are like, oh, why should she just not take the pills?
that's the biggest
why
part?
does yeah, like she has to do these things so she can see her kids.
Oh,
yeah,
see, we
because
didn't
I
know
don't
that.
pay attention to fucking Britney Spears. All right.
I don't either, but I know she has 2 kids.
My
Hey, B-Mo.
logic is I don't know
I
why
looked it
why
up.
she doesn't just start killing these motherfuckers.
Hey, BMO, I think there's an argument that if we're gonna do a pop culture podcast, we should probably know what we're talking about.
We're not pop culture, bro. We're not pop culture.
I think, dude, there's an argument for this, and I think Michaela's right here. So I think
Britney
we should
Spears
probably
was pop
research a little
culture in
bit.
2004.
No, but it's pop culture right now, though.
It's pop culture that I don't know what goes in your vagina.
Hey,
Or your arm, the difference?
Okay,
I don't
okay,
know.
Okay,
see?
that is just
There is a different argument for Brandon. Yes, all right.
that
But-
is just knowledge. You
but-
should know
yes.
that.
I don't. Okay, I
Knowledge is
don't.
power.
understand.
We should do a segment on this podcast
What,
where
sex
I
education?
show you guys pictures of women's things and see if you
Oh, I know all of
guess
them.
it right.
Hey, I
Oh,
could
I know
probably
all
do
of
it.
Because I've
I
seen
could
that
probably
on
get it.
TikTok and it's hilarious.
I could probably get it.
Wait. Like,
We can
what?
do it on the podcast.
Well, I can't tell you what.
Well, just
just
give me,
like
one
things.
reference. Like what? Like a tampon or like parts of their body?
No, not parts of their body. Things that women use.
Fuck, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
I would-
guys. We
I
keep
would
going
nail
off
it.
this Slender Man
You think
talk.
so?
We'll get to it eventually.
I would nail it. Fuck
Sorry.
Slender Man, dude.
I guarantee if I showed you the picture. Oh no, you guys are good. I'd way rather talk about this. Fuck Slender Man. If you think if I showed you and Trev a picture of just a milk duct, that you could tell me it was a milk duct. Now that I have told you,
Okay,
what
well,
it
that's
is,
a part of a body. That's not what I meant. But
Did you say a milk dud?
Yeah, or a male butt.
no
Milk
We're talking
duct.
about a milk duct,
Like
a female
in
milk
the
duct.
breast.
Oh, a milk duct. I thought you said a milk dud.
they don't
I'm
even
like,
know what that
Didn't we just
is.
say titties?
Okay, so you guys have no idea what that even is. I thought everybody knew what that was. It's where milk is stored for your child to feed. Milk duct.
I
It's
don't have a
fucking,
kid.
It's fucking
Let
insane.
alone a girlfriend.
The only
Trevor's like,
not
I'm just
gonna
trying to
know
freaking
this
get
shit.
one,
We're
much
gonna do-
less freaking get her pregnant.
we're
not there yet.
We
Jesus.
need women to hit up Trev on the fucking podcast. He needs a woman.
Oh, my
He needs a woman. Hit him up.
Don't do it.
It's amazing looking. Is the reason I brought it up. It's fucking incredible looking. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it, but the first time I ever seen it, McKayla obviously knows the look. She did that for a living. Fucking incredible. I can't believe it made me not want to grab tits afterwards. Truly it didn't, because I was like, oh my, there's so much inside of there. Holy fucking shit. That's not just fat. That's not just fat. There's veins and there's fucking oh fuck, Trev. What you got? You got yams on the fucking TV, Trev.
Yeah, what?
You got an old bitch in the TV.
Big duck.
Trev's like, fuck yams.
Can you pump out a milk
Go
duct?
to images for me, Trev.
Yeah, but see, so Austin, that's the difference. She wasn't. That's why I said, are we talking like anatomy or are we talking?
Okay, yeah.
No,
like
I was talking
product
about
bullshit.
things that
Right.
women use.
Oh yeah, I think I'd be all right at it.
That shit's
see.
fucking wild,
What
dude.
the fuck?
I mean,
That shit's wild, dude.
Austin uses all the same shit, so you know he's gonna be fucking A1 on that.
I use what?
All women products.
Oh, well, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
We'll see. We'll see.
But yeah, anyways. That shit's wild. But anyways, this bitch fucking killed a classmate. She got let out of jail. Obviously, nobody gives a fuck about this. I don't care about this. Trev, living on the next current event.
But no, she was just like one of them though. Like the Slenderman thing is that's what he does. I'm pretty sure is like lure kids in and those kids like go kill other fucking people or some shit.
So why did they just make a terrifying character? Because what more terrifying character than somebody that towers over children? Because as a child, what you are most afraid of is anything that is fucking 100 times the size of you. You see a fucking skyscraper, you're fucking astounded. You have no idea. Your parents tower over you, and you will automatically fucking respect them because they're so much bigger than you.
Wait, is she the only girl that he like abducted or whatever?
Oh no. But I think that was just...
I don't know. I'm confused.
I think, okay, so this was just an excuse. This Slender Man obviously is just a made-up character.
Yeah, he's a fictional thing.
Yeah, and like a folk tale that may or may not have once upon a time happened. She said that he came to her in I don't know if this is like a sleep thing or not, or awake or whatever, and said to stab her classmate, and she therefore did so. And this was back in 2014, I believe.
Yes.
So really, she's
Another
has
release
mental health issues. Is she?
Now she is being released.
She won't be, allowed free.
So, can you? So why though? Why? Hold on a minute.
She's saying that she's no longer dangerous.
So hold on a minute. Scroll down for me.
They're just pinning her. They're sending her back to the mental home thing instead of being in prison until her actual trial.
So, is there an argument that she should just stay there?
She stabbed that girl 19 times.
Yeah. She barely survived when she was found by a bicyclist.
Well, she survived.
Yep.
The girl survived.
And guys are for dead. But she crawled out of the woods and was found by a passing bicyclist. She suffered 19 stab wounds and barely survived.
What the fuck was she stabbing her with,
19 stab wounds.
Like, that bitch went ham. Like,
what was she stabbing her with? Like something that was like a fucking inch?
Probably a knife.
I'm pretty sure it was a knife. I'm pretty sure it said it was a knife.
There's a million different knives. Because you can get stabbed 19 times by something that's like this long and maybe be alright.
That's a good point.
See, because in 2014, it was her and a friend lured a classmate, Peyton.
Dude, picture for a second. This is really dark.
All three girls.
No, I'm not going to say that because that's going to derail this podcast. If I tell you, yeah, let's not talk about that. Fuck, that was real dark in my own head. That's fucking crazy. Why the fuck would they? The prison is literally made for people like this. I understand.
Mental health facilities are made for people like that.
Yes.
Fucking psychotic.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Psychotic is also yes. I had the Slender Man come to me, talk to me, tell me that I need to fucking brutally stab this classmate of mine. I lured my friend into this. We then, therefore, took this little girl, got her to follow us in the woods, but at the last minute, I didn't kill her. And she took off. That right there calls for a psych ward. Mm-hmm. Going through with it and stabbing her not once, not twice, not 10, not 15, but 19 times, that's prison. So that is the differentiation in my mind. In my mind, if this story was, it got all the way up to this point, this girl was fucking convinced Slender Man told her to do this, but she didn't do it. Yeah, okay, you're crazy. You have to go away because obviously you are going to hurt somebody. Perfect. We did our job. We got somebody that was going to potentially hurt somebody off the streets, put them in a ward, which is the intended purpose, so they don't hurt themselves or others. After you fucking killed or almost killed somebody, I don't know, by the grace of God, somehow you didn't.
Right.
Now you don't have to suffer in prison?
I mean, I feel like you kind of suffered, like, if you're being held in a psych ward all the time.
Nah, she needs to go to prison.
Yeah.
Because I think one of those 19 stabs...
Is prison really that miserable, though?
You know?
Anymore? Is prison even really that miserable?
For that.
They get meals. They get cell phones.
Well, if they were eating, they would fucking starve to death, all right? then that would probably help with the population control.
What's more shitty? Having to sit in a cell where you could read a book and be to your own thoughts, or have to fucking speak to a therapist every
I don't
single
think
day
it's just that simple though.
and have them analyze your whole fucking mind.
And pump you full of every
Of
drug
medications?
imaginable. Because what happens at psych wards, and I could be wrong, this could be completely out of my asshole here. I think what happens at psych wards is a lot of these trial meds get pushed there, because what better place to try them on people that really are fucking lab rats,
Right.
test subjects, if you will, that eat, sleep, and breathe meds and facility in constant psychiatric overwatch. What better way to monitor meds than to take them off of these meds, put them on these ones? How do they react? Okay, put that out there.
Yeah.
Well, if you weren't crazy, like, I think I would rather just go to prison than like people think that I'm crazy and get put into like a mental hospital, because at least like regular humans in prison, I think I'd be able to like read them and know what the fuck they're thinking. These like mentally fucking ill people, you look at them and have no idea what the fuck they're thinking or what they're about to
Right.
do. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'd probably get shanked in one of those before a prison.
You're probably right, actually.
True.
And me, I've tried, of course, if I got sent to a ward, my first thought is, okay, how do I start a podcast from here? Because this would be fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, you would.
Can you start
A podcast in
I don't know.
prison?
You can
A
go to college
podcast?
while you're in
a
prison.
podcast
So
called
doesn't sound
Ward?
too crazy.
Just called Ward.
Well, I think we're talking different levels of like crime, though. you know?
Definitely.
I'm
yes.
talking about fame. Or what are we trying to do here? You're fucked up on drugs. You're talking, what better way? You're talking to crazy people with life experience. Pretty wild. But this bitch is staying in prison. There's no argument. There's no
No,
argument.
he's
that
releasing her to
She should stay in
back
prison.
to the psych ward.
even if the psych
till her
ward,
hearing.
even if the psych ward is worse, because I think we've determined that it's probably worse. Even if it is
Depends.
worse, I think just on technicality and just on upholding the law, she should stay there.
Why don't they just let the lady that she stab her 19 times?
Period.
Agreed.
Why don't they have the doctors that are around her at the psych ward watch over them in a room and be like, if you stab here 19 times, she won't die. So just make sure you're stabbing here. Get her back. Everybody's
No,
done.
kill
Go
her.
back out in the public.
At that point,
There's an argument for that. There's an argument for that. An eye for eye,
I
eye
feel
for
like
an
at a
eye.
psych ward you could just literally lethal injection like everybody. And just like say you're giving them their meds.
Literally, nobody would even care, for one. Nobody would know, for two.
yeah.
Dude, that's another way we could stop overpopulation.
I don't
Get
think
rid of
that's
them.
fucking main. I don't think that's the problem with our population, because I don't think a lot of them are reproducing.
Who cares? Are we trying to kill people or are we not? I just thought we were trying to kill people.
I'm not
just
trying to
kill
If you come
nobody.
at me with a kitchen knife and you stab me 19 times, just fucking finish me off.
For real, dude.
Like,
What
fuck.
kind of life are you living after that?
Like I looked it up. She really came at her with a kitchen knife.
I've heard some
Oh my
crazy,
God, dude.
crazy stories.
Wow. Should we take a quick break? You guys good with that? I gotta take a mean piss.
Perfect.
And we're back in. What up, guys? Doesn't matter where we left off, because I don't remember where the fuck we left off or what the fuck we were talking about. Give us another fucking current event, Trev. Please and thank you. This one was fucking wild, and I know the whole world's heard about it. So, U.S. sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson is suspended for positive marijuana tests from the U.S. Olympics, and she's a badass. Can you go back up to that picture for me?
It's the Tokyo Olympics.
She's fucking just jacked. Like, she is. This is not even the best picture of her. For people listening, if you haven't already seen the picture, go look it up or go watch a YouTube video, whatever. She is fucking shred fucking city, and just a beautiful black woman. I feel like if I were to fuck her, she would squeeze my dick off. She's so shredded that I feel like she's done so many Kegels. Is it Kegels?
Yeah.
Damn it, I got that shit. Give me some. That's one for the guys. I earned back my IUD fuck up. I feel like she's done so many
An
Kegels.
IED is like an explosive.
IUD.
IUD.
IED is
like-
It's explosive.
That's usually what you use for birth control, like in Iran and like Afghanistan and shit like that.
I was like, I hope we're going somewhere with that. 'Cause no one's not.
It's also used for fucking population control.
Yeah. Dude,
IEDs for everyone.
I just think it's crazy because she is only 21. Like, I think she only did like her sophomore year in college or her freshman year of college.
Damn.
And wanted to run professionally. And
She's just
obviously
undeniable.
she's out here shitting on everybody.
For reals.
And if weed or THC is so bad for
Dude.
you, then shouldn't she be? She's technically helping everybody that's performing against her.
So this is the argument. So in America in 2021, first off, I'm not going to go down the drug path for everybody in this room. I'm not going to go down the drug path because we can really get lost on this shit and my feelings about drugs. Everybody fucking knows I like drugs. Everybody gets this. How the fuck in 2021 can I sit here and smoke weed because I live in California, but federally it is still illegal and nobody knows why. Nobody knows what the fuck, who, why. Like, everybody's able to do it, but not over here. Not here. You can't do it here. And even though she is like, oh no, I don't want to take these pain meds. I want to use natural fucking God-given medicine that isn't performance enhancing, doesn't make me lazy. There is no negative side effects. But I don't want to use steroids because I want to be able to compete for free to rep my fucking country for free.
I think the federal
And they fucking just they fired her. That's essentially what they did. They fired her in front of the whole world. They Donald Trumped her ass.
I think the federal government would lose a lot of money if marijuana was legal. So I think they make a lot of money off of it being illegal.
So this is kind of what I was talking about when I said I wasn't going to head into the drug thing.
No,
you open up the door. You open up the door, Brandon. Here we fucking go.
We're not. But I also personally, so like for drug tests in sports, any professional sports, not even professional, any sport, whatever, it should only be performance enhancing drugs. And you condemn this drug to fuck up your performance more than anything, realistically. How the fuck is it not okay for her to do it on her free time? Or anybody at that?
What is the difference between her going home, smoking a joint, her going home, having a drink? There is no fucking difference at all besides one is better for the other. THC is better for you than alcohol. Everybody fucking knows that. It's not a secret. Wouldn't you want your Olympic athletes to be treating their bodies the best they possibly can to get the best fucking results, so then you make the most money, you greedy, selfish fucks? You don't pay them anyways. They're put on a show in front of the entire world, repping their countries, putting in every single day. These people are training 7 days a week. Their life is dedicated to getting to the Olympics from age 12, literally, or 5, sometimes 5. I remember in racing, I used to race bikes. The kids out there knowing that Olympics were coming, that racing ABA, fucking American Bicycle Association, was coming to the Olympics, knowing that they started training so then they could get to the Olympics within the 10 to 15 year mark. Training their entire lives, and you're telling me these motherfuckers are just doing everything they can. Nope, fuck alcohol, just want to use THC, best thing for me, I can recover quicker, make these greedy fucks even more money, and then she gets fined for it.
Yeah, but is it better for you than being sober?
Huh?
Is it better for you than being sober, though?
Way better. There is.
They're trying to push.
I think
they're trying to push an agenda, government-wise and all bullshit, like to not do any type of drugs.
Right.
So they're not going to let their athletes be to a standard of getting away with such and such drugs.
Right. But it's totally okay for them to have a drink, to fucking take pain pills by the handfuls, because that's what they're prescribed, because, well, that's pushing the pharmaceutical fucking companies, pieces of shit. That those things are okay. Those are totally okay.
What I don't get is these athletes or anybody that's competing, they all know, like, you're going to get a drug test.
And that's what she said.
So why would you even risk it?
Because it was so important to her that she, like, stood up for what she believed in. And realistically, she's probably in so much fucking pain. Her knees are probably so bad at this point.
Right.
Because clearly she's been running her entire life.
So was she doing this as like a political thing to like bring
no.
awareness?
She was stressed the fuck out, and she was going through a rough time, and that's how she coped.
Right.
And she didn't cope in a bad way because performance-wise, like I said, as an athlete, it doesn't do anything to make you better as an athlete.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So she like lost her mother and shit.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's why she's using this to like fucking probably because she was stressed the fuck out and want to calm down.
Well, yeah, I get that.
She's been smoking weed her entire life.
Yeah, probably.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And she probably used that as an excuse. But regardless, she's talking about she's taking care of herself.
Right.
Before everybody else.
Exactly.
Which I totally agree with.
Exactly.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're on like a different standard than like just normal people. You're an Olympic athlete.
But it's
competing against other Olympic athletes who've been doing the same training you've been your whole life, and they're not taking the risk.
They're all doing the same thing.
So she should just smoke that joint a week earlier.
Exactly.
They're all doing the same thing. It's just a matter of who gets caught. That's really what it is.
Michael fucking Phelps smoked weed all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's right that the government does that.
Totally.
I'm just saying, like,
talking.
Unless you're literally doing it to stand up for something that you believe in.
It's like the United States wants to look so good, like they've got to fucking punish her or whatever. And like her 30 days, suspension was gonna be up before they actually ran.
Oh, really?
But they didn't even pick her on the relay team. So she's completely missing the Olympics.
Yeah.
Or she could have ran on the relay team after her 30-day suspension, and they just didn't even pick her to be on the team.
Funny thing is, like, the way the world's going now, the government or whoever makes these rules, like, they're looking worse than they would have if they would have just let it happen.
But they're trying to...
Because that's just the way things are now. Like,
the federal government, they don't give a fuck.
They want to control every aspect of your life regardless.
They do not care because that is the last hold. Like, that is the last hold. When you say, oh, no, it's federally illegal, everybody just accepts it and it is what it is. This age-old drug is just federally illegal, so it's just, sorry, if I get hurt at work tomorrow, I lose my entire fucking life over not wanting to be a drug addict so I can make my company more money. That's literally my life. Like, this is coming from my own personal perspective. I lose my job tomorrow if I get hurt.
Right.
Gone. My family's life is gone. This podcast is gone. Everything's gone.
So just like that risk, though.
Exactly.
You know that risk of you don't want to lose your job, so you make sure.
But it's more important to me. It's more important to me that I don't go back to using drugs than it is to lose this job.
Yeah, so what is more important to her? Her mental health or her being an Olympic athlete and winning? That's up to her to decide.
And I think that's probably, but there was a lot of people that were saying like she let us down. She fucking let us down. Specifically, especially in the black community, because they're like this is our girl, like this is our fucking girl,
right?
Like she's a badass athlete, and she fucking let us down, and she failed us, and like fuck you, you fat fucks, you piece of shit, get out there, fuck you, like. Fuck you.
I like your point though. Like it wouldn't affect her running. So what does it matter?
There's an argument that
it's not a performance drug. If anything,
in professional sports, you shouldn't test for anything but performance enhancing drugs.
So there's an argument.
The stigma behind it though is that it makes you less motivated and lazy is what most people say about it. So what if that's the stigma behind it and that's how people see it, then it really shouldn't. It should benefit the other people.
Marijuana is such a touchy fucking subject to test on though, because like, okay, performance enhancing isn't like heroin, meth, cocaine. Obviously, you should probably test for those.
Of course,
because you obviously don't want your
safety
athletes
reasons,
becoming fucking huge pieces of shit,
right?
But marijuana just isn't like that though. Like it really fucking isn't. Very few times somebody gets addicted to marijuana and becomes a fucking piece of shit.
Right.
Hardly. Realistically.
Right. Well, all the facts are there. For thousands and thousands of years, we have proof, we have facts, we have everything that you could ever fucking need to know that this is a miracle drug, period. Not everybody should do it. I'm not saying that, but this is, for some people, a miracle drug. Now, there is an argument, like I was saying, for THC and CBD and CBG, CBN, all of these things, they are a performance enhancing drug. So I don't know if that's so CBD, especially CBD, but not in the traditional sense of the word. But I don't know if that's why the Olympics did this, and it wasn't because of anything to do with federal. I wonder if it's because there's hundreds of doctors surrounding this, and one of the best arguments for THC being a performance-enhancing drug and the entire fucking thing.
I don't know about that, man. Tune in and it's the heroin part of the section. They're all nodded out. I don't want to watch people nod out for fucking
Just nod out straight to the wall.
Yeah. Like the heroin.
They're talking about population control.
Population control.
That might be
Dude,
your,
I
might
fucking,
be your
I don't
cue.
know. Somebody
Dude,
fucking.
how do we have any
Vote me,
problem with
2030
population at this
president.
point?
I think I'll be old enough. Will I be old enough then? Yeah. 2030.
Anyways, that's fucking stupid. Stupid. Hit us with another one, Trev.
You know she's gonna come back faster than ever, though. She's already out here breaking records.
She's gonna. I wonder if she is an advocate now. I wonder if she's an advocate for fucking. You know, all the CBD companies are fucking.
No, she's not an advocate, bro. She's a fucking athlete first.
I wonder if now
she's
she sees her
absolutely
opportunity and she's gonna take a stand, become an advocate, make millions. All right, guys. Sorry, had some technical difficulties on the camera. So for the YouTube video, you audio listeners, if you are going to watch the video as well, won't be able to see a lot of what we just fucking talked about. But you know, shit fucking happens, and that's just the way it is, I guess. I think we pretty much tied up the Uber topic.
Basically, we just I don't know. Yeah, I believe so. Unless you were like if you were the Uber driver, how would you feel about
Well,
A
that's what I was
drunk
saying.
person being in your car.
That's what I was saying about like the super nerdy college kid picking up somebody and feeling as if like they can't tell these beautiful women that are in the back seat to get out because they're like, fuck, like, this is my one chance to try and maybe take one of these girls home. What if I could take one of them home? What if they tip me fucking giant? Or just to have some interaction.
If that's your fucking way of trying to pick up a girl as being an Uber driver, dude, you need to fucking work on something else
Dude,
first.
think
dude.
about
That's
how-
weird.
It's like rape, bro.
Think about how many of these fucking dudes,
That's fucking weird.
well, tell me about it. I'm not the Uber driver.
I'm gonna pick up drunk girls. The only reason, like, yeah, what the fuck? No, that's weird.
No, that's what I'm saying. These dudes that, like, if you're a super shy, standoffish college kid, and you're like, fuck, like, that doesn't really apply to like kicking people out, but it kind of does. But at the same time, so a different level is like a lot of these fucking what are they called?
And it is weird though because a lot of these motherfuckers are hella weird when you like the people that pick you up.
Fuck yeah, they
Weird
are.
people.
Yeah, they are.
And I can only imagine how fucking weird these fucking dudes are
It's
to
almost like they want to go out there.
females that are dressed in barely anything.
But maybe
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, but maybe they're fucking kind of like, I don't want to say like not insecure, but like antisocial.
That's what I was getting
so maybe
at.
it's like they kind of want to be. That's their way to be social, but not like, oh, let me pick up these 3 dime pieces.
No, I wasn't meaning like that. I was meaning it like this is their probably only chance that they ever could even be in the same vehicle as another woman, let alone somebody that's beautiful and drunk.
If
and all
anything,
shitty.
okay, so they're so focused on like protecting the driver. But have you heard like about how many women are raped or
yes.
kidnapped taking an Uber?
Oh, I guarantee it.
The freaking passenger's more at risk than the fucking driver.
I can't even believe that women take Ubers. I can't believe it.
That's true.
You have to not be so fucking naive and dumb to get into Uber and you can't look at the guy and be like, yeah, I'm gonna call a different one.
Okay, but listen to your narrative that you just said
Okay,
right
yeah,
there.
you're drunk, whatever.
No. Listen to your narrative right there. Women have to worry about that. That's shitty in the first part. That we have to worry about weirdos kidnapping us and raping us when we're just trying to get home.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's never gonna go away.
I know, but I'm just saying that's so
No, it does. It does.
stigmatized
It
to
does.
where
It does
women
suck.
are just
Suck.
like, oh, well, you can't take an Uber because you're drunk. Like,
Right.
it's fucked.
Right.
Okay, it does suck
It's
for
so
you,
fucked.
and I fucking feel bad for the people that have to go through that or whatever. But at the same time, you obviously instinctively know that you should watch out for that type of shit.
Yeah, of course.
So then don't
It's
fucking do
Shitty
it.
though. It's shitty.
Except for when you're drunk,
So what's the better
You're
alternative?
When you're
your
drunk,
capabilities of
you're-
making
you're-
decisions are impaired.
What's the better alternative?
Okay, to a
Taking
point,
an
yeah.
Uber. What's the better alternative? Taking an Uber when you're super fucking drunk.
Don't
Say
get-
me
Say
as a woman.
you gotta
Listen.
take precautions before you get that
Listen.
fucked up.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. You should have a plan before you decide to get fucked up. What if your plan is taking an Uber?
I mean, it's a good plan. It's not a bad. It's a
It's
valid
not
plan.
a bad
It's
plan,
a good
but
plan.
So what's the alternative?
I don't
Driving
fucking know.
drunk? Would you say that driving drunk's better than taking an Uber as a
Sit on a
drunk
curb?
single woman who's?
Call a police
Yeah.
officer.
Call a police officer.
Oh yeah,
no, that
get
is
a drunk in
something-
public as you're waiting for your police officer on
I'm
the
pretty sure
side of
cops
the
have
walk.
to take you home if you call them drunk.
Of
Definitely
course,
not.
yes.
They have
No,
to,
they
bro.
definitely will.
I think they will take you to jail before they take you home.
No, they'll
If
take
you
you
leave a
home.
bar and say I'm fucked up, I have no way to get home, dude. They're here to protect and serve. They're serving your ass,
Especially
they're taking you home.
as a woman who's like,
Maybe a woman, but I think a dude, they'll be like, drunk in public, get the fuck in my car. Because I'm pretty sure I've seen an
I
episode
don't think
of Cops.
it should be that way
There was an
though.
episode of Cops. He drove to the gas station, got in a fight with his wife, drove to the gas station in his big ass truck, parked in the parking spot, went in the store, grabbed a bottle, sat on the curb next to his truck, drank the entire bottle, called the officer and said, "Hey, I need you to take me home. I came to the store. I literally haven't even stepped foot in my truck. I cannot drive it. I am hammered. Just need to get home to my wife. My wife is a fucking cunt right now. We just got in a fight. She won't pick me up."
Well, he just said, me and my wife just got in a fight. That opens the door right there.
It literally says
Arrested
right
him.
here: if you're drunk and you call the police for a ride home, in most cities, the police will insist on giving you a ride home.
Damn. So that dude just
What
got the luck of
would
the fucking
protect more
shitty-
people if that person just fucking drove home, or if more officers would give free rides home?
of course.
Yeah, but
and,
I mean, they
what's
got
gonna
other
protect
shit
more?
to be doing.
and officers totally.
How many officers do you see at night when we're out, just sitting around, driving around, looking for somebody to pull over?
Well, I mean, to serve and protect, correct?
They're protecting you from getting hit by that
Like-
guy.
To serve and protect. So that is a form of protection. And serving.
If they're not the ones giving you a ride home, they can find you a ride home
Right.
too.
Totally.
If there was for example, they have that free dash. Have you guys seen that
Uh-uh.
around town? They have literally these go-karts that are free rides around town.
What the fuck?
You literally can get in this like little go-kart, and this guy, like, that's his job, to drive people around for free all day.
What is it?
If they have that in the daytime, they can have that in the nighttime.
Yeah, but like
Where?
you said,
It's
but
called
like,
Dash.
Is it here?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Every day in Reading.
But like you said, with these fucking Uber drivers and these Dash drivers and shit, it's like they could low key be fucking creepers, dude.
I agree.
Just because their background check doesn't show it doesn't mean they ain't fucking doing it.
True.
Well, I mean, that's every serial killer we ever fucking
But there's
seen.
definitely more background checks
And that-
for something that's governmentally
Yeah.
like backed
But that's
versus
every
a Uber driver.
That's also every person that you just publicly talk to.
Very true.
Do they background check every Uber driver?
Yeah.
I believe so. I
Do they really?
I think you
Yeah,
have
definitely.
to. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you have to.
That's good.
But that's a good point, though,
Good to
that you
know.
make. That's something dudes don't have to worry about. We don't have to worry about the whole.
No.
If I get in this car with this dude, there's
Literally-
a real chance I might not make it out. Like
The
that's
other
a,
day-
that's a reality for a woman.
We were riding those birds.
Yeah.
And remember when we stopped at that gas station and Steven and Cody went inside and I was just waiting outside?
Yeah.
You remember that? Okay, well, this white van pulls up like right behind me. Instant, like freak. Like that's stuff like women
Of course.
think about all the
Of
time.
course.
Like if a white van pulls up, like we're like on edge. We're like looking at everything. We're paying attention. I got my keys in my hand. Like that's a thing. Or even when I come out of like the grocery store and it's darker outside, like have my keys in my hand. I'm ready. Like, but that's something that women always have to think about.
Unless you're broke.
Do you ever worry about that? Well,
Never.
I mean,
Never.
I'm a strong woman, but a strong woman compared to a strong man is
it
no
doesn't matter. It
comparison.
literally doesn't matter how
Yeah.
strong you are. Like, but that's good that you're like that. And it sucks that you have to be like that, but it's good. At least you are like that. At least you're not naive and
Yeah.
like just kind of
Of
carefree.
course, yeah.
That's good that you're like
It's
that.
shitty that we have to
But
live in a world like that.
It fucking sucks dick, but you are right. Men, it doesn't matter. Or we don't have to think about that. Chances are any motherfucker that is going to try to kidnap me, to rate me. 1,
Yeah.
he's going to get a little more than he's bargaining for because I'm a little with that. 2,
What, you're not yeah, dude, this is just sex for me.
like this is just sex. This is a
This
Tuesday
isn't
for
rape.
me, dog.
This is I
But no,
consent.
but for the women and like from a woman's perspective, and there's never any getting away from it, and it's sad to say, but
It sucks,
there's
yeah.
literally no avoiding it. There's no way to get away from it.
Yeah,
It
it's
really
really
isn't.
shitty. Yeah.
Once you transition.
And that's what I'm saying with the oh, fuck, what's the goddamn name I'm looking for? Trev, what's the name? They're Twitch streamers. That's all they fucking do. That's all they do.
What?
Don't tip my fucking tongue.
Hot clip shooters? Wait, what are you talking?
The kids, they don't get fucking laid. All they do is fucking live stream gameplay.
That's literally every guy on Twitch.
We're not talking about women. That's
Hold on, no.
Women.
I was going back. I was just talking about the kid, the college kid, and driving the Uber. And to your point, goddamn, it's gonna drive me crazy. I can't remember the fucking name.
Weed?
I'll fucking remember. I swear to God, I will. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anyways, I'll fucking remember it before we end this podcast right now.
But from Uber drivers picking up drunk people, I understand because I don't like consciously remember, but apparently I've had like a bad encounter with an Uber driver. Like me being a fucking dickhead.
Don't drunk people.
Really? Brandon being a dickhead?
No,
No.
like apparently I tried to fight the dude. And it was like with 2 females in the Uber who were taking me to my house. Apparently for some sexual activity.
2
And I
females,
don't remember
eh?
what happened. And not anybody I remotely even wanted to fucking be with. So I'm highly glad that it fucking didn't happen. But then I got a second charge from my house taking them back home because I was just belligerently drunk trying to fight everybody.
Jesus Christ, Brandon. Jesus
See,
fucking
with
Christ.
this, it's not going to be a person. It's actually going to be an AI system. And
No,
it's got a
fuck
couple
that.
of
No,
features
hell no.
That are gonna
Hell no.
pick.
Yeah,
you
because
know.
then a fucking little needle's gonna come out of the seat, fucking stab a chip into my
No, no.
asshole, then who knows what I'm gonna be
It's-
doing the next day.
In the software, it's how accurate you type your information, how quickly you type the angle
Well,
in which
Steven's
you want
I'm
your
trying to
device
get
because he
home
can't
to
even
walking
type anything in.
location.
I'm trying to get home drunk. I'm not trying to fucking type nothing.
Okay, so that's how they're gonna determine whether or not you're drunk.
I'm not gonna throw up in your car. I'm not belligerent, but motherfucker, I'm gonna get a DUI if you fucking don't take me home.
I would like to think that the algorithm could never get good enough to detect human emotion, but
Right.
it can.
Okay,
And
well
it
then
is.
then
And it
maybe
is.
the algorithm to fucking drink and drive should be how fucking good can you text.
Right.
Yeah, but if you're misspelling
I-
words as a normal freaking person, you're fucked.
I don't think it's so much
Yeah,
what you
can't
send.
fucking
Yeah,
drive
Trevor,
just
you're
like Trevor,
fucked.
you're fucked. Trevor,
Trevor,
you
you're
can't even
fucked.
ride a scooter, bro.
You can't spell milk duds.
Trevor
You're
literally
fucked.
can't even put on his Heelys, dude.
I'm sad they don't make Hillies in my size.
Trev,
They do.
no, I don't.
Have you seen a fucking
Just go on-
size
just-
13 Hilly?
Yeah, just
It
go
looks
online.
like a fucking
Just go,
ski.
just go online. You can
I-
find something.
I don't think it's what you send. I don't think it has anything to do with the message you send or the request for the Uber. I think the detection is during the typing because you could spend an hour hammered, fucking drunk, getting an Uber, and it could be perfect. How would they ever know? Perfect.
Yeah, that's like every single.
Put it through a proofread, copy and paste.
That's every drunk text that I send.
Exactly. So I think it's
It's like a
beforehand.
30-minute process.
The app is watching your every fucking move. How long do you sit on that page? How many times do you erase it? How many fucking different ways do you
Hey,
respell
but
it?
that happens when you're sober too.
True.
If I'm
But-
if I'm the sober one and I'm trying to freaking direct all these drunk ass people and they're like, yeah, call an Uber for $5. Oh wait, no, cancel that one. We're gonna get this one.
Right,
Oh, no,
exactly.
Like, there's a bunch of that shit.
Exactly. So
It's a bunch of bullshit, is what it is.
So really, is the fucking algorithm going to be good enough to detect that, or
Well,
are they just going to
it's not
fuck
gonna-
themselves?
It's not going to be 100% certain, but at least now it's, it will.
It's
in the
pointless.
app,
If
it'll
you're a
let the
driver, you can
know.
refuse them anyways.
Yeah,
Just
that's what
fucking
I'm saying. They're
refuse
literally
them.
putting something out there that's already out there. You can refuse the right to serve anybody in any establishment. What the fuck is different from Uber?
I guess they're scared and they don't want to do it to your
Well,
face.
then they shouldn't be a fucking
Yeah.
Uber driver. Simple
Yeah.
as that. Don't
Yeah,
be a
straight
pussy.
up.
I
You
think
can't
that's
say,
what
"Don't
that's
get-
really what it is.
Don't get in my car. Then don't fucking try to drive people around.
Also, like, if you can physically see that they're that fucked up, don't fucking unlock the vehicle and drive away.
That's a good point.
Bro, if I saw somebody that I just didn't even want to give a ride, regardless if they were fucking high, drunk, sober, if I was like, you know what? Fuck that guy. I'm just not gonna give him a ride.
Literally.
That motherfucker has the wrong sports team on his hat. Bringing it out of there.
Straight up, what is Uber gonna do? Fucking fire me?
Good.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll.
I should probably go get a real job
Maybe
anyways.
it'll make me fucking get a job that actually pays.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Jesus Christ, guys. All right.
Just be a taxi driver, bitch.
This has been an episode of F&T. Thank you, McKayla. Thank you, BMO. Thank you, Austin. Thank you, Trev. Sorry we lost some video, guys. It is what the fuck it is. We love you, motherfuckers. We out. Bye. Deuce.
Peace.